Welcome to the MoneyWise Channel. On this channel, we're going to be talking about a lot of different events and a lot of other things that's going on in entertainment. Also, giving a little bit of inspiration and things, so that's the things we're going to be talking about. Just giving my reactions to things that I see. And what are we going to be talking about exactly today? We're going to be talking about Drake. I had seen an interview, a rare interview with him talking about MySpace, which he was being interviewed. In this particular interview, this happened way before he was famous too. That's what I got. Like, I thought it was great to see him before the fame. Because sometimes we see people in all these interviews after they have made it. But I thought it was so cool to see him sit there and just speak before the money, before the fame, just speak about the things that was on his mind and how excited he was about doing his music and trying to make it happen. And one of the things they were speaking on was MySpace. See, MySpace was before Instagram, before Facebook, before Snapchat, TikTok, and all these things. They had MySpace. You see, MySpace was started in August the 1st, 2013, I believe it was, or maybe three. But I know it was a long time ago. I believe it was 2003, from what I read. The thing about it was this: when he decided to get on this app, he was being told about it from a lot of people. But one of the people that kept on pushing him to get on MySpace was a rapper called Promise. I believe his name was Promise. And the way Drake said it, he said this guy Promise just continually pushed him every time he would see him, like, yo, build up your MySpace, build up your MySpace, build up your MySpace. And Drake got to the point that even when he would send him a message, he would ignore it. Which is funny that he would ignore this guy because he's telling him about MySpace and how great it is. Promise was another rapper that was actually blowing up too, and he liked Drake's music, so he was like, Drake, you gotta build your MySpace. Drake was like, I don't know about that. So eventually Drake meets Trey Songz. When he meets Trey Songz, he's talking to him about how to promote your music and everything. And Trey says to him, hey, you gotta check out my MySpace. I've been dropping some new songs on there. Drake laughs like, you're on MySpace? He said, okay, my guy keeps telling me about it. I think it's time for me to take this more serious. So after talking with Trey, he does a couple songs with Trey before he releases them. Because, Trey actually has songs that I just want to be successful. You remember from Drake's first mixtape that he really put out that blew up. Trey Songz was on one of the songs because Trey actually worked with him, came to Canada and worked with him way before Drake was famous. So you got to shout out Trey for that, for seeing talent and helping him out. So once he talks to Trey Songz, he's like, oh, let me find me a guy to work on my MySpace. So he was looking for a website, people, and he found this one guy he wanted to work with. And I guess this guy was really busy, so he couldn't really get his stuff built up. So eventually he ended up building up his MySpace, got it going, got it more effective. More people was coming listening to the music. And this actually opened him up to a great opportunity. That opportunity is, first let's understand, it's a guy named Jas Prince from Houston, Texas. He's the CEO of a record company called Rap A Lot Records. Jas Prince, CEO of a Houston, Texas based record company called Rap A Lot Records. This particular guy has a son named Jas Prince. His son Jas Prince was on MySpace and eventually came across Drake. So he finds Drake and he goes to his father and says, hey, I like this guy. He talks to him about how much he like him. He lets his father listen to him. Jas Prince hears him, doesn't like it because he was used to the stuff he had been putting out for years, like Scarface, the Ghetto Boys, Pimp C, people like that. Clearly, Drake's music wasn't mixing into that at that time. But Jas Prince remembered something that his dad said. He said, whenever you like a song, first make sure they got a buzz. So Jas Prince talked to his dad and he said, you might not like it, but he has a buzz. So his father, Trey Prince, calls to people in Canada, asked them about Drake, and they like, yeah, he's hot. So once they figured out, Trey Prince gives his son $1 million to tell him to go talk to Wayne to start a record company so they can sign Drake. So eventually, Drake signs to Jas Prince and Lil Wayne on Young Money Records. And the rest is history. As you know, from there on, things just blow up. We get the mixtape, Best I Ever Had, all those different songs. Kanye directs the video. It's just this big industry situation, and it just goes very well. So all this came from him getting on MySpace. So that's what the interview was about. It's about getting on there, believing in things, because see, you could do a lot of work. You could do all the music, you can do all the studio, you can write all the songs, you could do all the shows, but if you miss one little piece, your whole thing will fall apart. Stay inspired, keep believing, stay excited about life, believe in the law of attraction. Faith without works is dead. Keep the faith, do the work, and if you keep doing that, it's going to happen for you. Keep your eyes out for the small things as you're doing the big things. Like and subscribe to the channel MoneyWise. Hope you got something out of this. We'll be dropping new videos real soon. We'll keep bringing you that inspiration, keep pushing you, keep going for your goals and dreams. And always remember, the plans can change, but the goals stay the same. Talk to you guys later.